Welcome to Best Ball with Bindles. We have an impromptu drafters stream coming on. We already hopped in before because we were waiting for it to fill. I'm here with Best Ball Guy. So we're gonna hit the intro and then we're gonna get drafting because it's about to start. So hop in and let's ride. Best Ball Guy, how's it going, bro? We were just over on your channel. If you guys aren't already subscribed to Best Ball Guy, he's on the road to 100, and he's gonna do what is I'm messing up the thing. What is your 100 subscriber goal?
The 100 subscriber is to do the Pomeranian contest on underdogfantasy.com that launches on May 15th. The contest is a 50 entry max at $3 each. I will do the entire contest maxed out, fast drafts, multi-tabling live on stream on May 15th. If we have 100 subscribers by then, we are currently 28 subscribers away. So go ahead.
We're gonna get you there. We're gonna get you there. So yeah, we were just over on Best Ball Guy's channel, doing a little BBM action, but I saw that drafters dropped this contest, a couple of different contests. So just figured we'd have Best Ball Guy on the channel and switch it up, do something a little different, a little PPR. And yeah, and honestly, if you guys aren't already following Best Ball Guy, like, if you guys go back, and there was a stream we did a little bit ago where he read off the team without looking at it. And if that doesn't show this man's recall and his just grind to the best ball game, then nothing else will. So
yeah, if nothing else, I take this way too seriously. I think you can't go wrong with Garrett Wilson. I want
to do that over Bijan and Brees.
So this is full PPR. Is the only reason I lean that way. And if you want to go the other way, do your thing. I'm not.
No, we got the guest, so let's go with Garrett Wilson. I think I think you were talking about, Sean Siegel and Gretsch are super high on Garrett Wilson, and I do think, yeah, I mean, if Rodgers is healthy, I think Garrett Wilson will smash. So and PPR makes sense.
Even in a year when they've had no one at quarterback, he's still getting 150, 160 targets. So you can only imagine what an efficient offense looks like with him. It's more like 180 targets and potentially some crazy yardage season with multiple touchdowns, obviously.
Yeah. So we have Emo Cowboy, friend of the channel, in here with us, and we have Chess Liam, who we had a stream with about a month ago. Okay, so the ADPs here, I'm fine with Adams, or Nico or Olave probably. Do you have a lean of any of those guys?
I think I'm Olave. I'm just erring on the side of youth and the side of the team that didn't draft a single offensive piece in the draft, whereas the Raiders did add Brock Bowers. And I'm of the mindset that Derek Carr should be better than Minshew. Derek Carr was banged up last year. They also added Clint Kubiak, who's much better at developing a passing game for an offense. Just caught my eye that Saquon is ADP 18. I feel like that's probably one of the worst picks on the board in a full PPR drafters contest right here. But yeah, I don't think you really go wrong either way. If you're doing a bunch of these drafts, you want to mix and match. Don't get take lock on one of. I mean, you're being very nitpicky even either way with one of those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big Olave guy, and I just think, I mean, yeah, this could be a 320 targets between both these guys in full PPR. Like, that's pretty safe.
The ceiling outcome for this team already is pretty incredible.
If we just catch some variance with Olave and Garrett Wilson, just if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, like, Garrett Wilson is going to smash. Like, it's just a pretty easy bet. Hey, Tyrod Taylor, we were talking about him on the last stream. Darius Slayton, week 17. better than people remember.
Yeah, and this is another thing that, and I talk about Sean Siegel all the time. I really think he's like a guru in this space, but he always talks about like one way to think through best ball is to draft the guy who can rise the most going into next year. So let's say Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers have this amazing season. Where are we taking Garrett Wilson next year? And we know what the ceiling is. The ceiling is literally a Justin Jefferson type ceiling. And if Aaron Rodgers is coming back, and Garrett Wilson is going to be what, pick 2, pick 3. Olave, if he hits the absolute nuts outcome, like he'll be up where, Amon-Ra is right now, or something is right now.
Range,
But if Adams has another, very strong season, he's still not going to get into that range because we're going, that 33-year-old type season, just the young guys they just take the edge a little bit there.
I agree. I just think especially in full PPR, just the youth, and then just we know they're going to get absolutely peppered with targets.
There's no one competing for targets on either of those teams. Mike Williams coming back from the ACL, being 30 years old. Olave's biggest competition is Rashid Shaheed right now. Gotta love it.
So let's think through. We still have a little bit until we're here, but I mean, I think I'd be down to do a tight end. I'd be down to do
100%. I think it's the same thing as underdog. You want the elite tight ends for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, like that just locks you, especially in full PPR too. Like I just feel like it's very useful. Let's see what else. I'm not familiar with the ADPs on here. I haven't done any drafts, but it looks pretty similar.
It really does. I'm kind of
surprised.
Yeah. Like they just copy pasted this over from underdog.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I really wonder how many people are doing drafters aren't doing underdog though. So it's probably none.
I was gonna say, I think if you're doing underdog and you have been for like 3 months, you're probably a sicko and doing other kinds of drafts as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So basically the underdog players are just creating the same ADP. So that's where I want to caution you is the rookies really aren't as valuable in these tournaments because we will love the rookies when we're in those pods in the late season.
Yep.
But you want points out the gate all season nonstop, which Neighbors does fit that profile. But I just, as we move on with the draft, just caution you with that. It's almost like you don't really want any rookies.
That's a very fair point. Okay, so Laporta goes. So top of the queue is Cup, DK, Kelsey, Jacobs, Dell, Flowers. I mean, I'm literally finding any of these top.
I think I'm good with Cup, Kelsey.
You want to go Kelsey?
I kind of like it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we can catch Mahomes coming back if Liam doesn't snipe us here. I think he has to catch up a wide receiver.
Yeah, Liam's got to catch up a wide receiver. Cup was an interesting name. Just really hard to tell what's going to happen with him and Puka because he was always so reliant on, tens of targets each game. I wonder if he's only an 8 target guy and he's going 6 for 70, that's going to be a big downstep from him, at least from what he was.
Yeah. It's like, I can see him either just absolutely smashing or just being like complete dust. And it's like, I feel like it's just going to be one or the other. He's 20 points a game in PPR or like 10.
Yep. Okay. If you want to go running back here, that's fine with me. They don't really project for much catching.
I mean,
I don't know anything about whether bully tight end's a viable thing here. Trey McBride is definitely a target hog.
I like Keenan. I like Kirk.
Kirk is probably more than Keenan for me.
You want Kirk? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, hey, we're just locking in targets here. I mean,
that's all you can do. I'm telling you, it's don't overthink it. I mean, Keenan Allen on the Bears offense is just, we've never seen it before. He's literally only played on the Chargers. He's had, granted, I can't name every single quarterback he's had, but he's had like Phillip Rivers and he's had Justin Herbert. So he's just had these not very mobile pocket passers his entire career. You know, in a division where they have to play against pretty good offenses, so they have to throw the ball a lot. So we'll see what happens. I'm kind of taking a lower stance on Keenan this year, at least at this price.
I do think maybe early season, if this is maybe a little bit more his kind of contest where it's just like it's PPR, and I do think Rome will come on strong later in the season. Obviously, he's just younger and extremely talented, but I mean, Keenan, it was just injury last year. Like he was going absolutely bonkers. So I think I think he could be a good pick in this contest, particularly. Is because I mean he's also the type of guy where I feel like in a PPR versus a half PPR, like he should be going like a half round higher anyways. But the age is concerning though, right? Like you're just like, okay, well, they drafted a wide receiver 9th overall, and
that new system, he's never played with anyone as good as DJ Moore.
Yeah,
Caleb's a complete wild card. Yeah.
Okay, so
Bears notoriously just kind of not getting it together.
Yeah,
I mean, they used to. Bears are an awesome franchise, but
it's like as a Lions fan, I'm like, is this the year the Bears are good, or is it still going to be the same old Bears? I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic that they're going to be good, but I don't know.
Alrighty, let's see. So yeah, like a player like Rashee Rice, I'm not very interested in this contest. I just want to like Deontay looks really tasty.
Yeah, Deontay is like the goated drafter's pick.
Mm-hmm. I think you can definitely look into like Hopkins or Ridley at their prices. You're not Ridley. I'm not a big Ridley guy, but
I'm not a huge Ridley guy either.
I know Levis wants to throw the ball. He's got a cannon.
I think their pass attempts are going to be up there.
They're going to be way higher than when they had Derrick Henry. That's for sure.
Running back at our pick,
James Cook is looking pretty dope.
James
I like
Cook,
that. Rashad White for sure. Nixon. Nice, good call. Kamara, even a little interesting.
PPR, yeah, because like Walker and PPR, I'm like, I don't want any Walker at all. Like it just doesn't interest me.
No, if someone can catch 3 passes for 30 yards or they can score a touchdown, it's like I'll just take Kamara basically. I mean, he'll do that in most games.
Toronto Dave, the Mandem, what's good? You could see Deontay sulking off the field. I mean, I don't know. I think that situation was just so bad with Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett. Like,
I think he hated Matt Canada.
Yeah. Okay, so Stroud is there.
Yeah. Well, do we have? No, we don't have any Texans.
We have Wilson, Olave, Kirk, and Kelsey.
Good with just going Rashad White, I think.
Rashad White, yeah.
Yeah, that seems fine to me.
I think, however, as an anchor this late in PPR, pick 57, right? That's lower than he's going on underdog, and this is PPR where that's his game, right? So
absolutely, yeah. Bucky Irving, like I've heard him mentioned. He was the total. He was the 6th wide receiver, I believe, taken in this year's draft. He does profile as a pass catcher, but yet he is so small, and I think maybe we're over-crediting this running back class that came in when we see a guy like Bucky Irving sign. At least I've heard people talking about how Bucky Irving is like such a great late-round handcuff, whereas I'm under the mindset that Chase Edmonds is still a sneaky play. If people think Bucky Irving's the clear backup, I think Chase Edmonds might be.
People are just forgetting about him, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to be up in a second. We have at running back Rashad White, wide receiver Garrett Wilson, Olave, Christian Kirk, and Kelsey. Rashee Rice does fall to us.
No, don't do it. I know it's tempting. You'd be better off going Marquise Brown, assuming he's going to play the whole season. I like what you did with Evan Ingram there. That looks good. Deontay Johnson looks good. I think I'm either Deontay, Ingram, or Marquise Brown if you want to do a Kansas City correlation.
I kind of like Deontay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think same thing. Like he could get. I know we're big Xavier Leggett guys, as we've shown on our streams and I think I've drafted him.
You guys are big Xavier Leggett guys. Every time I'm on the clock, you guys want me to take Leggett.
I'm going to make a Xavier Leggett clip either today or tomorrow when I have a second to breathe. But Yeah, I mean Deontay, between these guys, like this is what you're looking for in PPR, just targets.
So yeah, I know you're friends with Emo Cowboy. I don't know if he'd really go out of his way to snipe you. Or else I'll start throwing out some names that I think would just be viable. Like
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett way down there, 140 targets last year or something.
Yeah, let's scroll the F down a little bit.
This is a 20-round draft, correct?
That is a very, very good question. It is 20 rounds.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So yeah, we can take a ton of wide receivers. And we want them early. I like this team so far.
And not like if I don't think Rashee Rice definitely will fall to us at their next pick, but like now that we have those 4 plus Kelsey, I do feel like if
it
we
gets
want
interesting, yeah,
it's a little bit more interesting. Yeah, we were talking about Addison just as a guy like that's just going to get boosted up with TJ Hopkins being injured.
Yeah. So what Kevin O'Connell's offense, and I don't know exact numbers, but from what I remember hearing, I think they were averaging somewhere around like 36 and a half pass attempts a game or something, which is obviously a pretty high number. So 36 and a half divided up by just Justin Jefferson and Addison, Aaron Jones maybe gets some, but Hawkinson's not going to be there until probably late October, if that. So not a bad play. In drafters, we just want to get out to a nice early lead, and we got to get lucky with these late round picks. I mean, everything has to hit perfectly. There's no pod luck with this, so it's really just as good as it can get. Really, like obviously the people who won last year had Kyron and Puka. They probably had a really late Adam Thielen as well. He was a PPR machine. Yeah. Nico Collins was like a 12th, 13th round pick. So,
dude, I'm having Jacob Sanderson on Friday night, but yeah, he was the biggest Nico Collins bull of anyone I saw. And I'm in Dynasty, especially, I was so happy that he was preaching that to get me on him. Cause I'm a Michigan State fan. So I'm like very anti-Michigan, but I try to be unbiased in fantasy, but, yeah, right. I finally was coming around on him and got a lot in best ball and in Dynasty. So that was like very, very nice pick. Like when he was going, I think he got steamed up like later on, but like he was going real late, like 13th, 14th round at some point.
He was, yeah. And the guy I always have on, Neil MP43, he's been into Nico Collins forever before they even drafted CJ Stroud. He thought he was good, and he was like, well, he's the Texans wide receiver 1. It's kind of like how I'm taking Wandale in every draft. They did take Neighbors in the draft, but I thought there was a chance the Chargers could take Neighbors, and then the Giants don't take a wide receiver. So I was like, dude, I'm taking Wandale every time, basically, because just in case they don't go Neighbors. And even if they do go Neighbors, I'm still looking at my wide receiver 2 on the team. It's not the end of the world in the 17th, 16th round or whatever.
Yeah.
But same kind of bet.
So Emo Cowboy does go Rashee Rice at pick 71, which
with
Lamb, Evans, and Cooper, I feel like just whatever. If Rice is that guy,
right?
He's suspended a couple games. I think that's a perfectly fine cost for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And the more I just like with what I just said, how the winning team in this definitely had Puka and Kyron on it. It makes me really think that you probably want to do these drafters tournaments later in the year, I'm assuming, when you have all the info, because we figured out the Rams always bench their starters for the preseason. Yep. So we found out pretty quickly Puka's about to be like on the field starting. Okay, we're on the clock here.
Right, so we are up. You want to go Hopkins?
Hopkins sounds good to me.
Demont it's PPR, so I guess it's
Demont I'm not that into. I would say I wonder if the Bears utilize Swift in the passing game, but Hopkins feels fun.
Yeah, let's see what comes back around to us, because I feel like there's some fun options. I think Swift in PPR is much more interesting than on
Underdog. And Liam's already taken a bunch of running backs, so we're gonna get a good look at potentially. I think Swift or Jalen Warren looks really tasty here.
How do we want to approach it's 20 round draft? So how do we want to approach quarterback? Because we have outs to Rodgers, Carr, T-Law, Bryce Young. Should we just go 3 late? Will Levis?
That's
we have a lot of options.
Yeah, 3 late, and then 2 tight ends, I guess. Yeah, with Kelsey, we're kind of banking on Kelsey being healthy all season, having a classic Kelsey year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind 3 late.
Okay, so top of the queue we have Demont, which we're off of. JSN is pretty far down here.
You know, I love JSN. I love JSN.
Or we could
Scroll
go
down a little bit if you want for another, like, oh, Javonte, the Broncos with Bo Nix. I mean, dude, if he's the lead guy, bell cow, it's gonna be all day. But
you want to go what you want to go JSN?
sure, that's fine. I do think though that people don't understand what Bo Nix and the Broncos are about to look like. It's going to look really similar to Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara last season. It's not going to be efficient, but it
volume the hell out of it.
Literally will be so many passes to one of those running backs, if not 2 of them. Who knows? Maybe they don't even like Javonte. I mean, they drafted Estime. I also saw they also have Blake Watson, who people liked as a UDFA. They signed him too.
Yeah.
So
he's been getting a lot of steam lately.
Yeah. And I like the Zach Moss call. I think Chase Brown fits really well.
I'm just queuing up some running backs since we're probably going to
Charbonnet. Charbonnet's a
pass Chandler,
catcher.
Gibson, Ray Davis.
Kendre is a good. We didn't get Kamara. He's basically a good pass catcher too. He's way better than Jamal Williams at least.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
And I'd be more inclined to go rookie running backs than I would be rookie receivers. With some of these guys, they just tend to see the field quicker. At least get the opportunity to do something. Whereas the rookie wide receivers really. They're just so much better in underdog when you're in that when you scratch that team through that has Jermaine Burton, Leggett, and blah blah blah, but then they're all coming on super late in the season, putting up 20. But if you're in 11,383rd place on your drafters team, and then they start popping off, and you move up to like 7,000, it's like okay, well, doesn't matter. You basically have to be just first every single week from the get go.
Yeah, that's Shady Emo Cowboy. Check out his stream on the Fantasy Sanctuary channel with Tom Strachan. I think they just finished up right before when we were on our stream a second ago. But yeah, super sharp guy. We've had him on the channel a lot, and go be sure to check him out. So let's see what Emo Cowboy went Dak, unstacked, but I mean that's fine. Maybe he'll pair him up with a Cooks or something. And I don't think stacking is as.
Maybe he's going Flonase.
A 20th round Flonase.
Yeah, he could be the new Puka.
Get the nostrils.
That's basically what Tyler said.
Yeah,
let's call him Allergies. That'll be his nickname when you got to talk code. What's Tyler? He's on Fantasy Sanctuary, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Because so I know obviously Tyler Nemo Cowboy's in the space, and I always see him talking, commenting. Dude's hilarious. I was like, does this guy not make videos? Is he just like always in the chat? But here we go. Okay, now I can actually watch this man think out loud.
Yeah, he's very tapped in. Yeah, he brings the comedy, he brings the insight. His wife is a PT, so he is like very tapped into that as well, the injury stuff.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, super cool guy. Been on the channel a bunch of times, and now stepping into the content game. Which I think he was born for the content game. So I'm glad he is doing that.
Love it.
So Javonte is falling to us. So
yeah, I know. I mean, dude, it's one of those guys. I can't guarantee it'll be Javonte, but I know that Bo Nix is a check down machine. He was the only quarterback ever in college football to have the check down rate of like an NFL pro. It's crazy. I mean, they never do that in college, and he did it. And it's like Sean, it's just so obvious. I mean, I can't guarantee it'll be him.
Okay, let's see. We're one pick away.
Oh God,
emotional damage.
Okay, who do we want to go here? B-Rob, Spears, wide receiver. We have Dobbs.
Kind of over the wide receivers. Let's go running back for sure. Okay, take your favorite one.
I
would caution on Benson maybe, but you can do it.
Benson? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. I like the like I said, if I'm gonna take rookies in this, I think running backs are the best ones because they're they just see the field a little bit quicker.
Yeah, and let's see, maybe one of B-Rob or Spears makes it back to us.
Right, and Kyler loves to throw to the running back too. Even for being a mobile quarterback, he's like kind of this weird hybrid that actually does check down a lot. I mean, James Conner catches all kinds of passes. Yeah, and Benson's good. Dude, I love watching Trey Benson highlights.
Dude, he is like shot out of a cannon.
I know. It's really fun to watch.
So we have 2 running backs, Rashad White, Trey Benson, and then 6 wide receivers, Wilson, Olave, Christian Kirk, Deontay, Hopkins, and JSN, and then 1 tight end with Travis Kelce. So we're soaking up those targets. Hopefully one of our running back targets makes it back to us and Liam doesn't snipe us. But yeah, I like the way this is turning out so far. This is fun for switch it up. You know, you're switching up your brain a little bit going with PPR.
I like it, man. This fantasy football is just a strategy game. You know, you got to take the emotion out of it and the teams you actually like and players you like. But at the end of the day, we're playing a strategy game here.
Okay. These top 4, I mean,
Spears already catching 50 passes his rookie year with less running back competition. I mean, they went from Henry to Pollard. I'm assuming that would be considered a downgrade.
You want to go Spears over B-Rob given the PPR?
I think so. Yeah. PPR, I'm just going to lean that way. And, Brian Robinson, I think is going to have a great season, but I don't think Jaden Daniels is really going to throw to the running backs all that often. And, that's really my only reasoning. I already saw Will Levis throw the ball to Tajay Spears. Like, what do you have? 70 targets or something last season, rookie year?
Yeah.
So that's a good start. I think we're only up from there.
Yeah, I agree. I think I was talking about this. I forget if it was your stream or if it was with PPR Tyler, but like it's one of those offenses where they're just gonna be rotating drives. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's like pure, just like, contingent. Spears is the backup. Like it's like
that's a cool way to think about it.
Yeah, because it's like I think they're gonna be like pretty much the same role, but just rotate. It was like I think the Bears were doing that. I forget with who it was, with Herbert, and I forget who it was a couple of years ago, but
okay.
It's like you're not really thinking of them. This is the goal line back. This is the pass catching back. It's like, okay, these are just similar archetypes of running back, and we are going to just maybe it's 60-40, maybe it's 50-50. I don't really know. They did pay Pollard,
but with how Pollard looked last season, that could turn into the Spears more often than not for them.
I mean, Spears showed a lot of juice last year.
Oh yeah.
And he catches passes.
Do you remember? I don't remember. It was later in the season for sure, maybe week 15 or something. But they had that comeback against the Dolphins. This is super random. It was like
I remember.
And Spears was catching bombs out there. He's catching like 40-yard passes. Polk, super interesting. I don't know if I'd go Thielen with. We already kind of bet on Deontay. I think only one of those guys can get 100+ targets.
Fair.
I like where your head's at.
I'm just queuing up some guys I like, so if we're scrambling later on.
Yep. Hell yeah, love Slam.
I mean, not really. I mean, whatever. We're gonna have a lot. We already have a lot of receivers, so I don't know if we have to do that. We probably should look at quarterback.
Yeah, we have Kirk, so Lawrence is an option. Justin Herbert's pretty easy to backstack with guys that can probably project for a good amount of volume because they have to throw it to someone. Rodgers, of course. I think if the Garrett Wilson thesis is correct, I think Rodgers has a good season too. Levis, I like it. I like the slot. Yeah, Derek Carr.
Carr with Olave.
Mm-hmm.
We have Deontay for Bryce Young. Let's see what else we have. I'm just queuing up. Gino.
Wow, we got it all.
Dude, we have so many stacking options. This is crazy.
Yeah, we do. Oh man,
usually I'm like fuck, like okay, I'm gonna have to backstack Drake May just so I can get one.
Yeah, no, we got like 9 quarterbacks to take here. This is sick.
Okay, so Lawrence just went.
I like Downs queue, but okay, I think maybe we need to go running back. Or we have 3. Okay,
we have 3. Ford Sneaky actually could be pretty good in PPR.
Yeah, Ford Sneaky could be good. I like him. Charbonnet. I think those would be like my 2 here. If you didn't want to go, and if you want a wide receiver, I think I'm Downs out of the ones you had listed there.
I say we go. Do you like Ford or Sharps?
Sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's probably like Walker is not a pass catcher. So if new offense,
I think it'd be the same thing that you were just talking about with Tennessee. I think they could rotate that as well.
Yeah,
honestly.
I agree. I'm not sure that's one of those weird things where it's like it's more of like a coach either has a guy and has a backup, or they just rotate players. Like even when I played football, like it just depends on the coach's style, right? It's a preference.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think Sharps I don't think he's like amazing, but he does a lot of things right and a lot of things well that Walker has one really good skill, but it's like he's kind of not great at anything else other than just hitting home runs.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to pull up. I just want to double check my math here. Oh my God. What are we doing here? Sorry. I was going to look up the downs with Richardson. Didn't he like get 8 targets twice, like the 2 games that?
Yeah, Downs is really good. He's a really good player.
He's such a PPR guy too. I mean,
do we want to go Herbert? We don't have any. Or do we just want to go 3 quarterbacks late?
Where's Johnston and Palmer? How much time do we have? I think we got 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Are they still there? So Johnston's still there. Okay, we can try to push Johnston.
Do you want to go?
I'm into Herbert. Yeah, I mean Herbert. We already know he's an amazing quarterback. So if for some reason the thesis is wrong about them wanting to run the ball a bunch, especially with the running back room they have right now, like I don't know, they don't really have a good running back. Like Gus Edwards is, good and all, but he was extra good because he was running next to Lamar, setting up these kind of like RPO, whatever. I don't know football terms that well, but you know what I mean? Like Lamar sets up the ability for the running back to get more space because the defense has to focus on him so much.
Yeah, absolutely. If they bring the element, I think, which they probably right. It's Greg Roman, so they're
like it'll be much more obvious when the Chargers are going to be running the ball, is what I'm saying, because it's like Herbert's under center, Gus Edwards lined up behind him. It's first down. It's like, what are they doing? Oh, they're going to hand it to Gus Edwards. And he's going to go for 3 yards up the middle or whatever, which is not going to work if you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs twice a year. You're going to need to throw the ball a lot more, and you got a good quarterback to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. Just we were talking about it that he's just mispriced. Like if we're gonna look back and we're gonna be like Justin Herbert was going in the 120s and 130s, I just feel like that's wrong. Like he's so good. Like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. So
yeah, cue up Johnston. Hopefully he swings back around. I think he's someone you got to take a chance on being there on the field the whole season. Also, I love the theory about how Johnston destroyed Michigan and knocked them out of the championship 2 years ago. So Harbaugh really respects him as a player and probably thinks he's really good because he put up 145 and a touchdown in that game. There is Brendan Rice. I also think that Cornelius dude, because he played for Michigan, is sneaky. I wonder if Harbaugh would really cut the dude who played for him in college. That's a very deep name, but
it is a very neat, deep name. But yeah.
Let's
see. Josh Reynolds, Flournoy. Nope, we got DJ Chark.
Oh, Chark, baby. That's a good pick. I like that. I like that call.
Were they rumored to get Tyler Boyd, or who was Tyler Boyd visiting with? I forget. It was Tennessee.
It is Tennessee, yes. So Tennessee is looking for another receiver. They got Zay Jones. They got Boyd over there right now. They're looking for someone else for Levis. What was I going to look up? Oh God, I totally spaced out.
Let's see tight end here. I'm trying to think who is more PPR-ish in. I guess Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry's good. Otten, if we end up with a Baker thing. Fant, we already have a bunch of Seattle. Could go Geno with JSN and Sharp.
I'm always down for some no Fant.
Yeah. I think it looks I mean Conklin's there. If we end up going Rodgers likes to throw to his tight end.
Good point.
Everyone keeps saying, I mean, or maybe it's just I keep saying everyone, but Tyler keeps saying how bad Conklin is, or maybe you say that too. I'm under the impression as a Jets fan that Conklin was like one of our better players from last year. I thought he looked pretty good.
So yeah, Conklin actually grew up like 15 minutes away from where I grew up.
Okay.
And he went to Central Michigan, which is like whatever hour and a half away, where a lot of people where I'm from go there. I think he's pretty good. I mean, I don't think he's like, if you're looking at like elite talent in NFL, no, but like I think he's pretty nuanced with his route running and everything. Okay, so I believe they did go. So what are we thinking positionally here? What are we thinking?
I kind of like Kendre. We already have Olave, and he's just a great handcuff to have, but I'll let you. That opens up Derek Carr pretty.
Yeah, do you want to go, or we have Rodgers?
Yeah, or Rodgers, either one. I'll let you pick. That's fine.
Let's go Rodgers. Just at least get one stack, and
sure,
then
maybe Kendre falls back to us anyways, so no big deal. I mean, I like Kendre a lot because he's a do-it-all running back who was drafted round 3 by the Saints, maybe late round 2. Like he
was round 3, yeah.
Okay, round 3. So yeah, decent draft capital. And the only competition, he's just dealing with Jamal Williams, who is a cut candidate. They could save money cutting him still. I think they'll keep him just because they need a third on the team. But Kamara just being another year older, and it's just such a fun handcuff to have, because if Kamara goes down for especially a season-long injury, I think Kendre is going to be seeing the ball like 20 times a game probably, especially with Derek Carr under center.
In his limited play time, he looked very, very good.
That week 18 game, I think it was.
Yeah,
he went off. He was fast. He's electric. He's like a Trey Benson. If he gets the ball in space, he can go to the house. So gotta love that kind of profile.
Yeah, I love it.
I think a sneaky one to go with. Kendre goes. Whatever. I don't know if anyone's listening that would snipe us, but I think Kaimani Vidal with our Herbert thing. He could catch some passes from Herbert this season. He might be there.
I'm down with Vidal. I'm down with Gibson.
Yeah, I love Gibson. Herbert.
Where do you Gibson or Vidal? Because I do think Vidal is a little bit more of a 2-down grinder type, but
yeah, he does kind of profile that way, doesn't he? Let's go Gibson. That's fine. Yeah, let's do it.
Gibson?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. I mean, we already know he was a receiver before he was a running back. So we already know he can catch passes. Good handcuff to Ramondre, if nothing else.
I think he'll get some standalone work as well. Like even Zeke was getting some standalone work. And if we're just betting on New England being better with May and all the additions they brought in.
Right.
I've been taking a lot of Gibson. I like Gibson a lot. Yeah. Especially in PPR.
Definitely. Let's see. So I also think Khalil Herbert is a very I keep taking him everywhere because I guarantee you teams are probably calling right now looking for another running back. And I think he's on the market. Evan Hull's a great option in this. That's a great call. If John Taylor goes down, he's already a good pass catcher to come fill in. But yeah, I wonder how many you want to go, like 7 running backs. We got 5 right now.
I mean, we're pretty set at receiver.
I know we look good. We could stop at 8 receivers, 3 quarterbacks. It'd be like a 3-7-8-2. I think would be 20.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can, because we have so many stacking options. Like if we wanted to go Geno to pair with JSN and go like a Fant or something.
Mm-hmm. Tampa Bay. We got, or Baker's probably gone, but Derek Carr, Levis.
Oh, and Baker just went.
Yeah, Derek Carr, Levis, we got it all, really. Bryce Young if we need to.
Let's see what else. Nothing else is popping out.
We have 6 wide receivers, so 2 more wide receivers. Jets-wise, yeah, Corley.
Corley, I think he's a little bit more interesting in PPR if he just like gets some like low ADOT stuff. I mean, it's not super interesting, but
yeah, I just don't know how much they'd really do that compared to just like getting the ball to Brees or something. Just seems like kind of a waste of a play.
I
mean, I wouldn't put it past them though. They're pretty
dumb.
Yeah, sometimes they are.
Okay, I mean, yeah, we got options late.
Absolutely.
Simi Fehoko stack with Justin Herbert.
Dude, let's go. I'm serious. Let's take Cornelius. He's the puka you need.
What is the
low key? The Chargers offense kind of feels like the Rams last year. I mean, obviously we knew Cooper Kupp was going to be the guy, but then when he got hurt, everyone was kind of like, "Damn, really? Who is the guy?" And it kind of feels the same this year. I mean, between everyone.
Have you ever watched Real Bros of Simi Valley? Shout out to Simi Fehoko, and I think they're dropping their like movie is coming out like in the next day or so.
That's wild. Yeah, I've seen segments from it back in the day, like Xander and all that. Yeah, no, it's classic.
Okay.
If you want to go Corley for the stack, that's completely fine with me.
Yeah.
Nothing else I'd really like.
Yeah, we can backstack May if we want to wait and just go like Douglas or Baker or something. Levis,
yeah.
May, Gino. What do you
kind of down to go Levis here, honestly, finish off quarterback because I don't really see anyone else that I want. Good call. Nice. Nimble fingers.
Jesus Christ.
And I like that. You know, they're bringing in receivers. We do have Spears and Hopkins.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot about Spears.
Yeah, me too. I just realized that. So I'm happy we did that. And I think he really does provide. I mean, his vision is terrible. That's like the one knock on him, that he can't see it coming. But the dude's got a cannon. So if he can like Josh Allen it somehow and pull it together in year 2, I think he's one of the rare like profiles that actually could do that.
I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's him. Like, it's
exactly.
He has the cannon. Bring in like an offensive coordinator that isn't from the Stone Age.
And they got Latham, you know, he'll have an extra second in that pocket, hopefully, with the new offensive tackle.
Yeah, and I mean, Hopkins, Ridley, Spears, and Pollard. And I mean, I'm not a Chig fan, but I mean, whatever. I think they're gonna slang that rock.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
You want to go Corley now or Douglas?
Sure. Either one, go for it.
I just feel like running back is so flat. I just don't.
I keep looking at the Denver players and I'm like, God, what if it's just not Javonte?
What about Noah Fant?
Oh, go Fant, baby. Come on. There we go. Make it easy on us. That's perfect. Noah Fant and Travis Kelce. That's a very Eric best ball guy 2023 tight end room right there.
I mean, I love it. Kelce to give you the weekly stuff, and then Fant, he's going to go to the moon, catch 2 touchdowns in week 17.
I think Fant's just going to prove to be a good value at that pick. I think like what Tyler was saying, how he could end up being a top 8 tight end. I think Fant is the same kind of profile where like Njoku or like Ingram. You know, Ingram, the year that dude won the very first regular season prize for Best Ball Mania. I think it was Best Ball Mania 2 or 3. I think it was the year Pat won. They had a regular season prize that year for like $1 million or something, or 500,000. And that dude won with Evan Ingram in like the 18th round because everyone thought Evan Ingram was dust. And but we just know these tight ends take so long to break out, and it can happen. They kicked everyone else out of the tight end room, and Fant's super athletic. They gotta scheme him a little bit better. So just high hopes for the Seattle offense with this team. I like it.
We are here for all the Noah Fant propaganda on this channel. So I will listen to you wax poetic about Noah Fant all day if you want.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. He's only 27 too. I mean, the guy's young. This can work. It can definitely work. He's only played with Drew Lock and. Well, I mean, that's not fair. I mean, he's still playing with Geno Smith, so I guess that's not going to be a fair argument to bring up.
It was just the rotation, and it's the new coaching staff. They got rid of the other 2 guys, like you said.
Yeah.
David Njoku, Evan Ingram career path. Here we come.
Exactly. If there's anyone who profiles like that, it's him down here.
I agree. Okay, so let's think through. I'm assuming Corley finally went, unless he didn't. Yeah, he did. Okay. What else? Emo Cowboys scooping up the value there on Corley. Very smart. So we have we're done at quarterback, we're done at tight end, so we're just going running back and wide receiver. So
yeah, one more running back, correct?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, two more. Okay, cool.
How do we feel about Shipley? Maybe the RB2 in Philly.
It. Yeah, I like Shipley. I think he's going to be better than Gainwell at least. I don't think it's a PPR website. They don't throw very much to running back, but at this point, you're kind of banking more on an injury happening and them just being the guy than you are relying on, usable targets or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. This is like the Denver one after Devontae is really weird. Khalil.
No other Denver running back is gone, and it's got like someone's gonna play the Samaje Perine. Maybe it is Samaje Perine though. I mean, he's still on the team.
Okay, so do you want to go running back or wide receiver here? Wide receiver here's top of the queue.
Let's go McLaughlin. Let's do it, man.
I think
5.4 yards a carry last season, and he looked fast, dude. I can't believe how many of the guys they've brought in after something tells me something's up with that backfield, and maybe it might be Javonte with the amount of guys that they're bringing in there. But
yeah, I mean Jaleel is he can catch passes. He has juice. Former D2 Heisman winner, the D2 version of the Heisman at Notre Dame College. Shout out to Brian Walker, my high school teammate who played there. So what do we want to do here?
Last running back's all up to you. Wide receiver, I don't know who's on the board really.
We have Malik Washington, Rondale, Hyatt. Do you want to go Evan Hull?
Yeah, I definitely want Evan Hull. I don't know if we can push him, but yeah, let's just take him.
Let's go Hull. I mean,
I love that.
I feel like our wide receiver core, we can just get a few guys. Like, yeah, Rondale actually is kind of interesting.
Absolutely. I was going to say one of McMillan or Palmer. Just take the guess who's playing the third wide receiver.
Yeah.
I was also going to ask about, you guys heard some Godwin hype today, or someone said that?
I didn't see what it was.
Is it just the recent news? Okay, Godwin moving back into slot role. Okay. I wonder if that means that maybe McMillan's running on the outside, but McMillan profiles more as a slot. Trey Palmer would be more likely to run on the outside, I believe.
I feel like Palmer is isn't Palmer really small though?
He is kind of small, I think. Let me see.
Trey Palmer, let's see.
90. It's not like terribly small. They're both drafted in the third round.
He's 6 foot. Okay, he's not that small.
No, he's 6'1", 190. He's kind of like the direct backup to Evans, I feel like, though. Let's see.
Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm kind of regretting not taking Rondale. I feel like Rondale and PPR could be pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely. I see what you mean there. I was gonna look at I'm gonna look at some Jaleel numbers real quick. Make sure that I'm not misremembering or anything like that. All right, so Jaleel. Yeah, he just did. I mean, he didn't play that much, but the numbers are legit. I mean, how do I see the here we go. He got 36 targets, 31 catches, averaging 5.4 a carry on the ground. But he never played. I mean, his snap percentage was like on average maybe 22%, 23%. So, I mean, if you're going to earn 35 targets on 23% of the snaps, that's pretty nuts if that happens to tick back up in his favor. And I mean, we already know what did Like, how often was Samaje Perine playing? I'm under the assumption they have to be getting rid of Perine, bringing in all these.
Yeah, I think they're cutting Perine. With all the guys they brought in, that's not a good sign of them keeping Perine.
Right. So I'm going to assume they're cutting Blake Watson. You know, he's UDFA. They're probably going to bring him in, practice squad, whatever. I don't think he's making the team. It'll probably be Estime, Jaleel, and Javante. I just want to look at the game log for Samaje real quick, understand his snap percentages. Yeah, whereas Samaje here is playing up around 45% of the snaps. So they really did have a full-on three-headed monster last season. And damn, Samaje had a lot of targets. How many is that?
Yeah, dude, he's a pass catcher because he's a good blocker and a good dump-off option. He's
right.
Okay, we're about to be up.
Sure. I like
Slayton, Boyd.
I think our last pick is going to be Chark, right? Or our last wide receiver.
I mean, okay, so Boyd just went. Do you want to go Slayton? I feel like Slayton I like over Chark. If we miss Chark, I don't.
Really care. No, we're not going to. I don't think anyone's going to take Chark just for that single stack because we don't have anyone.
Do you want to go Slayton?
Yeah, I think I like Slayton. I like Slayton.
Okay. I want to make sure you're on board before.
I'm definitely on board with Slayton. I love Slayton. I've always been into Darius Slayton. He's always been undervalued. I mean, it's funny. I mean, the team doesn't even like him. I don't know why.
I mean, he's the X. Like,
yeah,
he's not going to come off the field. Like, why is he going this late?
I don't know. Yeah, but if they cut Samaje Perine, I mean, they're going to open up 50 targets to go somewhere, basically. And I'm not saying Jaleel is going to be the goal line back or anything, but he can definitely mix in on passing downs.
Andy B is saying A.T. Perry started this year as a deep threat. Why not? I get it, though, in full PPR.
I think A.T. Perry is a great pick. We already have a little bet on New Orleans. If you want to go A.T. Perry, I'm fine with that. Or Justin Herbert naked. See, but that's the thing. I guess this doesn't matter as much because you're not building a DFS lineup. You're kind of just.
And Chess Liam takes A.T. Perry, so.
Classic. Oh, Liam. Take
Rashad
Penny.
Rashad. We want to get Mark here.
I'm trying to look at like projectable volume, but
I mean,
we have a lot of we have like no rookie wide receivers, right? Maybe this is the time we take one of them and hope that we hit the.
Don't kill me. What about Josh Reynolds?
I love Josh Reynolds as a player that can get on the field right away. They paid him $15 million, so he's
okay.
He's playing.
Chark or Reynolds.
Chark for the stack.
Okay,
I have to. Chark's good, low key. Chark is really good. He's actually just had 2 bad injury seasons, but when last time he played a full season, he was a 1,000-yard receiver, and he's going to be with the best quarterback he's ever played with.
I mean, I'm fine with leaning into it, especially with Herbert.
It's ambiguous too. Like his competition is Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnston, Cornelius, and McConkey.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. He's got a chance. You never know. He really could be the one for all we know.
He honestly could. Okay, you want to read off the team for us with your?
You want me to see if I can do it by memory?
I mean, if you want to try, we can. It's absolutely.
Let's do it. I'll put the beanie over my face here.
This is the content we're here for.
Oh my God. I don't know. Because the whole thing is different when I'm on a different website here. So don't kill me. This one's going to be really tough. Okay. We got
position by position. Think position.
Yeah. I'm going to go position. I'm going to do quarterback. All right. So we got Herbert, Rodgers, Levis. Easy. We started with Rashad White. Oh my God. Who is our second running back? Trey Benson.
Yep.
Okay. Then Spears.
Yep.
Right? Okay. Then it has to be Charbonnet.
Yes,
just
sir.
ADP, good. Okay. And then we have 7 of them. Oh my God, so that's 4. Charbonnet. We did oh God. Hold on, let me come back to that. I'm gonna do the receivers real quick.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go Garrett. We got Garrett Wilson, Olave. Then we took Kelsey, and then it was.
Yep.
Yeah. Who is the 4th round pick? Oh, this is why it's so weird that it's harder just because it's a different website.
It's not Underdog. I know.
Yeah,
it's
it's really throwing me off just because I can't picture the Underdog, like how they spread it out. This is a tough test. Who the hell was our third wide receiver? It wasn't Cup. We were looking at Cup. We didn't take Flowers. We didn't take Dell. Who the fuck did we take right there? All right, you're killing me. Just tell me who we took for that receiver.
Kirk.
Oh, Kirk. That's right. He's never a 4th round pick. Okay, yeah, Kirk. I don't know if I could do it, Bindles.
That's okay.
That's okay. No, it's just drafters. But I promise, next time we do an Underdog draft, I will do it verbatim. Who is our 5th running back? Oh, it's Gibson. Yeah, that was your pick. I haven't. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. No, well, I'll 100%. Here's my guarantee. I will. Once you become the channel that can do the gifted subs, I'll gift 20 memberships to people if I can't do the next Underdog team. 100%.
That's a bet right there.
100%. I think that's $100, right? 25. That's fine. I will do that.
So yeah, we have Herbert, Aaron Rodgers, and Will Levis. We have all 3 of them stacked up to some extent, even though Herbert's just DJ Chark. We have Rashad White, who is going lower than he is an Underdog, even though it's a PPR site, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Ray Benson for the upside shot. Tyjae Spears is going to rotate with Tony Pollard and catch a lot of passes. Sharbs is going to be the passing game back and might mix in for some early down work as well. Gibson, PPR. Jaleel, PPR. Evan Hull, sneaky RB2 option for the Colts. And then wide receiver, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. That's a lot of targets. Christian Kirk, Deontay Johnson, more targets. DeAndre Hopkins paired up with Will Levis. They're going to slang that rock deep. JSN, Darius Slayton, starting wide receiver, and DJ Chark. And then Taylor Swift boyfriend and fan favorite Noah Fant to close us out.
Yeah, low-key, our wide receiver room is on pace for like 1,000 targets this
season. This is
it's pretty sweet, man. I would love for us to go back and just see how this team finished. I'm going to be so busy with Underdog this season that I will probably exclusively be on there. I've dipped my toes in drafters last year. I'll tell everyone, I did my $100 deposit match on drafters last year, and it was very incentivized last second because I was like, the contest isn't going to fill. So there's even that much more chance that you're going to win. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And I got my 20 entries at $10 in for $200 total. And I got $15 back for the season. So it did not go well.
It's okay. You just got to switch your brain. Like it is hard to switch your brain back and forth. Like if you're just ripping hundreds of Underdog drafts, I feel like you got to get some sort of flow going in a different site. So yeah.
Well, okay. If someone's got the drafters guy, whoever that is, who's ever in the space, who's like got the drafters edge to them, link it in the comments below. Like I would love to check out someone talking to me about how these regular season long, no pod variation leagues kind of work, because I'm just unaware of the advantages. I just know I personally got burned because I was a big JSN slappy last year. I was a big Quentin Johnston with the upside, like all this stuff, Obviously that didn't work out on Underdog either, but it especially didn't work out on a website where it doesn't, like, you need them to be good the entire freaking season. So doesn't matter if they come on late.
Okay. Everyone go give Best Ball Guy a sub on YouTube. Go follow him on Twitter. Yes, he's on the road to 100 subs, and he has a challenge for that. Housekeeping for me. Let me pull up the tweet, because honestly, this is hard to remember off the top of my head. We have. Okay, let me do it. Since if Best Ball Guy can do the whole team, I can do my.
I can tell you your schedule for the week right now.
Yeah, so tomorrow night we have 9:30 p.m. with El Coach. Wednesday we're off, unless Best Ball Guy and I.
Yeah, you'll be on my stream Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll probably do something. Thursday we have 3:30 with Neil Orfield over on his channel. And then Thursday night at 7:00, we are on a stream with Ron Stewart, and then Friday night, Jacob Sanderson at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 Pacific. So yeah, lots of streams this week. Get your fix. And Best Ball Guy, any thoughts to close us out?
No, just what you mentioned. Oops, I'm pulling my camera with me. Hello. If we get 100 subscribers by May 15th on my channel at Best Ball Guy on YouTube, I will max enter the Pomeranian live, and I'll do all 50 drafts fast live on stream. It's going to be absolutely insane to do that many drafts in a single day. It'll probably break my brain. So if you want to see that, hit subscribe and then come watch it happen. And no, besides that, I just did a stream with Bindles and PPR Tyler on my channel if you want to watch a best ball underdog draft. And beyond that, I stream on YouTube every single day. I got a lot in the works with getting guests and getting a nice 4K camera that doesn't move when I pull my mic like this. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for having me on, Bindles.
Best Ball Guy to the moon. All right, guys, make and then subscribe if you're not, as 70% of my viewers are not subscribed. So definitely let's get that.
What the fuck is that? You 70% aren't subscribed? What the fuck are you guys doing? You guys are getting free information on how to win millions of dollars, and you can't even click a button for the man.
And then really helps me out if you guys leave a comment after. So go roast us in the chat or whatever you want to do, but just leave something in there. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night, and we will see you next time.